Many organisms depend on sound in their environment as a source of information. This is particularly true in rivers, such as the Red Cedar that runs through Michigan State University's campus, and for fish especially, such as the green-sided darter.
So the green-sided darters, otherwise known as the Ethosoma blenoides, they're more of a docile type fish that live in smaller rivers, more in rapids, fast-flowing water, and they feed on invertebrates, macroinvertebrates, mostly. When looking at the physical features of the green-sided darter, you notice its long shape. It uses its shape to move quickly away from threatening situations and attacks from predators. Its predators consist of anything from a rock bass to a smallmouth bass and a northern pike. The darter's natural habitat resides in small to large rivers with fast-flowing water rapids such as areas like this. The habitat that the darters are held in resembles the red cedar as closely as possible, with a rocky bottom, continuously flowing water, and covered with shelter such as grass and logs.
Here we have the green-sided darters and their aquarium. Notice how they're on the bottom of the tank not moving so much. The cause for their motion right now we predict is because of the bass, which is their natural predator. Also notice that there is no sound playing on right now, and what we plan to do in our experiment is play 3 different boat noises that will all have 3 different effects on the fish's actions, being lateral and horizontal movements. Here we have the constant boat noise. Now we have the intermittent boat noise. And finally, the static flowing water noise.
We chose 3 different boat noises because papers stick to what we're doing. An intermittent noise, a constant noise, and a static noise.
And we think those sounds are going to have different effects on the darters, and that behavior is going to be seen with rapid movement, just swimming around the tank. So we used the power-led LED underwater Bluetooth speaker for our experiment, and all we did is we attached it to the bottom of the tank via the suction cup that's on the back in the center, and then played the sounds using the speaker.
Our first observational clip shows how the darters respond to intermittent boat noises. Constant movements, both laterally and horizontally. Whenever the darters make one of these movements, it is recorded. Also, it is noted that when the rock bass charges at the darters in an aggressive movement, we believe this could alter the darters' docile behavior.
This clip here shows the second trial in which the speaker is playing a consistent boat noise throughout the entire time. As you can see, the darters show little horizontal or vertical movement due to the sound of the speaker. However, there is some change in behavior due to this rock bass constantly patrolling the area and chasing darters off in a predatory or aggressive manner, as would be seen in the wild in a predator-prey relationship.
Here we have the third and final sound, the static noise, which is basically just the water flowing noise that the fish should be used to because they were taken from the Red Cedar River. Notice how they're all on the bottom and they're not moving that much, but there is a lot of disturbance due to the rock bass that it's chasing around the small fish. That disturbance has been noted in our data, and we have made room for it for our calculations. But overall, the fish are very calm and easy.
So from the data we collected, the average amount for the intermittent noise, there was 45 horizontal moves and 10.5 lateral moves. Then for the constant, there was 23.5 horizontal moves and 0 lateral moves. And then for the static noise, there was 14.5 horizontal moves and only 1.5 lateral moves. And granted, that was the average moves for 2 fish for 2 different trials. So as you can clearly see that they moved a lot more during the intermittent noise, meaning that there was the most stress during that intermittent noise.
And just to add to this, we think that there might be a little bit of error in this experiment because the darters were kept with a rock bass that wasn't removed throughout the period. And the rock bass is a natural predator of the green-started darter, so while these fish were not being predated upon, they were experiencing predation behaviors in which they were being chased around and had to flee from a predator, which adds stress in a situation where you can actually escape.
Looking at the results, the intermittent sound caused most stress to the darters. In a similar experiment done by Ty Nicholas, the same conclusion was reached. What do you think? Do you think these sounds could add to their stress?